Good evening and welcome to Viva Italy. Tonight we invite you to travel with us to the country of Italy, rich in history and beauty and beautiful music. I had the chance to spend 5 days in Italy back in 1995, the summer before I started my teaching career at SVA, and I loved it. And it's just quite a coincidence, but my sister actually is in Italy as we speak. She just traveled from Venice to Florence today, so this week I've been living vicariously through her pictures, as some of you may be also, as I've been preparing for tonight's concert. Pretty cool timing, huh? Would you now please stand for the national anthem of Italy? if you haven't figured it out, those are the seniors that have the, and the directors that have the red and white Venetian boat type shirts on. Tonight, besides some great music, we're going to also just recognize a lot of people that we'd like to thank and give out some awards and that type of thing. So we're going to get started with that right now. And the first entity that I would like to thank is one of the ones that make the biggest impact for us. They cover most of our marketing expenses. And also they help cover lessons for those that can't afford lessons. And for every student in both groups, they covered probably about a $250 portion of the band trip, besides what each student paid. So that is the Kettering Health Network. So would you please recognize the Kettering Health Network? But I want to make something very clear. They don't cover all the expenses that we have. My vision and my philosophy always is each year we're going to make it as good, the best that we can make it, and that's kind of what I live by. And often there are a lot of expenses that go along with that we have to come up with money for, and this year was no exception with our musical taste concerts, our trips, and other opportunities. We are a little bit short at the end of the year. Probably about $6,000 is what we need to come up with between now and the end of the year. My wife and I are willing to donate $3,000, so we're looking for you guys between this offering and next Tuesday night to come up with another $3,000, which will put us right at where we need to be at the end. So if you'll think about that, and I'm sure you'll be inspired as we go along tonight, we'll be taking up an offering later. So either tonight or even online later tonight, that would be great if you're willing to help support the music department finish up the year strong. Also, I'd like to thank Alan Clark, and also this year his son AJ Clark, for doing most of our graphic design for the different concerts that we do, along with many other things. So thank you, Alan Clark and AJ Clark. I'd like to thank my colleague, Mrs. Christy Doria. It's been a pleasure working with her, so thank you. Also this year, I was a little spoiled, more so the first semester than the second. I had an assistant, Elizabeth Procopio, that helped me teach and do many other things. She is the principal, also the principal percussionist of the Mansfield Symphony, so she had a gig with them tonight and couldn't be here, but she'll be here Tuesday night next week, so we'll recognize her again there. But thank you, Elizabeth. Next up are two people that pretty much anytime I need help, I can go to them. And they've been doing this almost since I've been teaching, back in the late 90s and in my absence, and then over the last 7 years. You'll hear their names repeated more than just once as I thank people tonight, but a big thank you to Jennifer Pomalis and also to Kay Starkey. I should say specifically to Kay for doing all our alterations. We buy tuxes, we buy dresses, but they have to be altered. And she takes that very seriously, does a great job, and I know that I've heard her tell the story of how she prays over them as she's doing it for each student, and you know each student's name's embroidered. And is Kay here tonight? There she is, so thank you. Special thanks to Kettering Adventist Church for letting us use their facility for many of our concerts throughout the year. The first thing I said after we played our first song together today was, thank goodness we're having it here and not in the gym. So next year will be a whole new ballgame with our own facility that will sound great. But thank you to Kettering Adventist Church for letting us use their facility. Also, yes. Sure. Specifically tonight, but every time we're here, I like to thank the AV team. Up there we got John McMahon running sound. We got Ken Knutson on the video, and downstairs I know Alan Clark's doing our audio, and Marty Purvis heads up the live stream. So thank you to all of them behind the scenes. Again, you know we've been doing a musical taste theme this year, and things always look different in the hindsight, and so I don't know if I would do that again. It's been a lot of extra work, so we'll try something new and different next year, but I want to thank a bunch of people to make it happen, so I'll just go through the whole list and then you can applaud at the end. First of all, to Aaron Brakey for being the ones that took the phone calls at school for the reservations and also checking you off and collecting your money at the door. Vicki Briley for regularly helping hand out the giveaways at the end, and also with many of the decorations beforehand too. For our sock hop concert, Vicki Budd and her crew for providing the food. For the Tennessee barbecue concert, I was just talking to someone the other day, I was like, was that part of this year? Doesn't that seem like a long time ago? We'd like to thank Billy's Ribs and everyone that helped with the Tennessee barbecue concert. The Christmas Luau, Don Sleeth and his team, and Jennifer Pomales did the decorations and the regular Christmas tree and ornaments. For the Korean Olympics concert, Joyce Hahn headed up that meal, so thank you, Joyce. For our recent Kenya report, I'd like to thank Paulette Bear and her team for the food, along with Leslie Chavez and Robin Fritchie for the decorations. And this past Sunday night, we had our Southern Fried concert, and thanks for Kay Starkey for heading up that meal that we had. It was a good time, and yep. And tonight, Jennifer Pomales and her team headed up the decorations and the serving of our Viva Italy meal, and we'll have a reception afterwards. I think we had a lot of leftover food, so there'll be food besides some senior cupcakes and so on. But when I'm thinking about it, I failed to do something. She had asked me, I got it under control, except if you could ask to get a crew together to help clean up. She has to really leave very quickly tonight to be somewhere, and so if some of you would be very generous to come with your time after our reception and help clean up, that would be great. Also, seniors, as soon as we're done, you're welcome to go straight into the reception while the rest of us clean up in here. The rest of you, though, there should be some food, such as pizza and so on, tonight, so you can look forward to that. And lastly, next week, we have our last meal with the El Mason meal for the Latin Fiesta concert. I thank Carol Insko and the Kettering Health Network for helping with that. And it's going to be kind of fully catered, so a little bit less work for me. So thank you, everyone, for musical taste this year. The next group of people I'd like to thank is for those chaperones that went on our band tour to Memphis and Nashville. And when we read your name, if you would come up front, we have a CD. It is a CD that we just finally got produced of our recording session at the RCA Studio B. So we'd like to give each one of you one of those, and also students, you're each getting one. So at the end tonight, if you would like yours tonight, please stop and see Mrs. Brakey at the table in the back, and she'll check your name off that you got one. So when I call your name, these are our chaperones from our band tour this year. Vicki Briley, Robin Fritchie, Margaret Grant, Claire Newland, Jennifer Pomales, Samitra Price, Elizabeth Procopio, Laura Thompson, Ella White, Shannon Young, and driving the truck and trailer, Don Shull. Next, I'd like to recognize the students that went to the Washington Adventist Band Festival and represented Spring Valley Academy. Our kids always do such a great job when we go and mingle with other kids and make music and just represent our school well. We have a Blu-ray DVD of our performance there that Alan Clark got off the live stream and turned it into DVD. So when I read your name, stand up and Devney will pass back a Blu-ray to you. So here are our WAU Band Festival participants: Monty Wilkins, Kayla Robina, Saharish Rashid, Chanel Edwards, Madison Cobb, Devaney Ross, Catherine Thompson, Spencer Briley, and again, our chaperone driver, Jennifer Pomales. We had to go a day late this year because of the snowstorm that hit us, which I think was a good thing, that we went a day late, not of the storm. But every year we go there, I tell you, that snow gets us. Sometimes the awards banquet comes before this concert, sometimes it comes afterwards. This year it came before, so we're just going to do a little recap of the awards that were handed out. So when I read your name, please stand up and be recognized. Each year I give out a Director's Award for whatever I feel appropriate. I gave out 4 Director's Awards this year. The first 2 were for improvement. Someone that picked up a brand new instrument on bass clarinet was Cindy Fu. Also, a brand new instrument in jazz band that she picked up, that's Hannah Church on bass guitar. I've said it before, but someone who showed up at school this year and has made a huge impact for dedication, Max Schull. And also someone that's kind of kept the band department rolling many times. I appreciate her dedication, Janelle Richardson. I'd like to recognize those members that have been in high school band for all 4 years, sometimes 5 years, sometimes 6 years, because they joined early, that's why. Please stand and be recognized, 4-year band members, Spencer Briley, Janelle Richardson, and Monty Wilkins. And our 2 4-year stage band members, Spencer Briley and Janelle Richardson. In recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music, for singular merit in loyalty and cooperation, and for displaying those high qualities of conduct that school instrumental music requires, the John Philip Sousa Band Award was hereby presented to Spencer Briley. This year, the music world is celebrating the 100th birthday of Leonard Bernstein, and we were excited to present the Leonard Bernstein Musicianship Award for the first time. In his long career, Bernstein made an indelible mark on the musical world as a conductor, composer, and teacher. This award honors students whose musical contributions, dedication, and creativity set them apart. This award will take the place of the Arion Award given in the past for the most all-around musician. Therefore, the Leonard Bernstein Award was given in recognition for the most all-around musician to Monty Wilkins. Lastly, I would like to recognize this year's band student conductor representing her with her own personal baton. Devaney Ross, please come forward and receive your baton. Got a few more to give. Sorry. You can. I tricked her. Sorry. You can just have a seat in your chair, and we'll be done in a minute. Last people I want to thank in this round are my student workers. Usually I write a lot more thank yous. I just didn't get to it, but I did write a thank you for them. There's a few gift cards in here and a few more to come, just so you know. First of all, I'd like to thank Ethan Church for his time as my worker this year. And also Matthew Milks. Next, someone that's worked for me, I think about 3 years. He's the super duper sound shell hanger-upper. That's Spencer Briley. And lastly, Actually, it was 2 years ago at this concert, I said, man, I need some student workers badly, and I need at least one that has really good handwriting. And right after that, Janelle Richardson came up and said, my mom said I should do this because I have good handwriting. So she started working for me, started learning how to file music, and this year particularly, she has been the person I depended on largely for so much stuff. She'll set up, I'll give her a list of stuff to do, and she'll go in on Monday morning and Tuesday morning when I'm not there and just do it. Or if I forgot something, I'll say, hey, can you send this with such and such? And just, I could go on and on. But she's been the rock behind me this year, and I really am going to miss her. So thank you, Janelle Richardson.
All right, at this time, if the seniors and band could come up here, and if Mrs. Huff and William could come up here too, please. All right, so every year the band gets money together, and we always get Mr. Huff and his family a little something. So just as a token of our appreciation, we wanted to present you with a gift for everything that you do for us. So thank you. And also a card. It's that one. It's that one. And for Mrs. Huff, some flowers and also a card. And then, did you guys get the crayon press? The crayon press? Yes. Okay, they forgot Williams, but it's okay. It's up to you if you want to. Sure. And William, we didn't forget you. There's a little something for you too, bud. So from the band, just a thank you to all of you for your time and dedication.
Things are taped to the bottom of this box. Open and careful. All right. You want to tell them what everything is?
All right, so the first thing in Mr. Huff's present was a 4-pack of tickets to Reds versus Cardinals game. The Cardinals are his favorite team, and the Reds are here, so we got those. The second thing was something that Mrs. Fritchie got on band tour, and it's a pair of St. Louis Cardinals cufflinks, a $100 Bravo gift card with a bonus $25 one, and a $100 Pasha Grill gift card.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just one little tag on there is I need more student workers next year. I need someone with good handwriting and probably a couple other people with good, strong backs. We'll now continue the program. Ms. Stephanie Ross. Before the seniors play their solos, I just want to say a few words about this class. I would like to remember a handful of seniors that are not with us tonight. The senior band class has lost quite a few members. Some moved away, some graduated early, and some chose not to play in band, but they were all part of this seniors class in band. I have fond and vivid memories of each and every one that I will now name. Zachariah Alexander, Ian Cajon, Nathaniel Chai, Mitchell Jackson, Owen Lesko, Derek Lushy, and Sierra Stewart. I wish that all could have been part of this year, but now it is time for senior solos, and I'm so grateful for the 4 seniors that have been part of band this year. Let's get on with it. Please give a warm welcome to our first senior, Francel. Monty and Spencer. Before the band plays, yes. Actually, Devney's supposed to go first. However, I'm looking for my program books, so I gotta find them. Yeah. All right, Devney, come on over. I'll be right.
Good evening. I'm just gonna hold the paper, sorry. Okay. A tradition of the SVA band are senior program books. 18 years ago, Mr. Huff started the tradition of giving each senior a bound book of all the concerts they have been a part of during their year at SVA. Thanks to all the diligent work of Jennifer Palmalis, this tradition has continued. Seniors, when your name is called, please come forward and receive your books. Yeah, okay. Good. Spencer Briley. Spencer Briley has played tuba at SVA for 8 years. Spencer has been in high school band and Kettering Praise Orchestra for 6 years. He has also played bass trombone in stage band for 6 years. His favorite memory was going to Missouri his 7th grade year and visiting the City Museum. Spencer's favorite songs were Flight of Valor, Quiet Man, and Tijuana Taxi. Spencer states, "Playing my tuba helped my asthma." Spencer will be attending Wright State University in the fall, majoring in computer engineering. Francel Dubison. Francel has played clarinet in the SVA band for 2 years. Her favorite memory from band was going to the 2017 band tour to Nashville, Tennessee. Francel's favorite song from the band is the song we are playing next, Nessun Dorma. Francel will be attending Andrews University in the fall, majoring in psychology. Janelle Richardson. Janelle Richardson has played saxophone in band at SVA for 8 years. Janelle has been in high school band for 5 years and stage band for 6 years. Her favorite memory was all of New York City on the DC and New York tour. Janelle's favorite songs were Cathedral and You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Janelle will be attending Southern Adventist University in the fall, majoring in biology. Monty Wilkins. Monty Wilkins has played cello in the SVA band program for 5 years, piano and stage band for 1 year, and cello with the Kettering Praise Orchestra for 2 seasons. Monty's favorite band memory was visiting Sun Studios in Memphis, Tennessee on the 2017 SVA band tour. His favorite songs were Spirit of Aloha and Dance Like Nobody's Watching. Monty plans to attend Walla Walla University in the fall, majoring in pre-law.
Now, one more hand for Francel, Janelle, Monty, and Spencer. Before the band plays our last song alone, I just want to take a moment and look ahead to next year. This is what I'm excited about. Number one, I'm excited about next year's senior class. Would our current juniors please stand? Yes, there are a lot of them. Next year will be my 8th year back at SVA, and this class represents the first class I personally started as 5th graders on my second go-around at SVA. Number two, I'm excited about next year's trip to Europe. It will be a joint trip with band and choir to Europe over spring break, where we'll travel to Munich, Salzburg, Vienna, and Prague. And I'm feeling pretty confident on who will be in band next year since they've already signed up for the trip. So yeah, that's a good thing. We actually have over 100 people already registered for our trip next year. Number three, lastly, I'm excited about the new Fritchie Center for Worship and Performing Arts. So excited. It is going to be a whole new world for our musical presentations. I expect to see our groups reach new levels in performance. And I was thinking about what to say about the day. I'm actually just looking forward to going and just sitting by myself and no one else in the building and just dreaming. Just experience that room for a bit by itself. So no one's more excited than me, let me tell you that. We'll now collect that offering during the next piece, Nessun Dorma.
hope you're enjoying of this program. It's a pleasure to have you all here with us. And the choir department will also like to thank and recognize some people that have been key for our program, not only for the choir department, but for band, choir, for the music program in general. So we really appreciate, first of all, you and each one of you for being here tonight. If you're a parent, if you are a family member, a friend, we thank you, and I really want a big applause for all of you for being here tonight. Like Mr. Huff mentioned before, I want to thank Kettering Health Network for all of their support through all the school year, for everything and everything that they do for us to make of this program something that you guys can enjoy, and we as teachers and conductors can also enjoy. So thank you, Kettering Health Network, for all of your support. Everybody involved in the audio, in the stream live, everything that helped us to also take these beautiful programs to people that maybe are not able to be here. So thank you so much for all of their support and help too. Thank you. To Kettering Church, again, for helping us and letting us use all of their facilities, choir rehearsals, rooms, choir room, piano, everything. Thank you so much for not only for this time, but all through all the school year for letting us use this beautiful space. So thank you to this church, Kettering SDA Church. Thank you so much. One special thanks also to Mr. Huff for all of his incredible and impeccable work with the music program. So it's a pleasure working with you. Thank you. I also would like to recognize the chaperones who were supporting us this year during our choir tour to California, that was last year, to Florida. It was a very awesome experience, and we really, really appreciate that you guys were supporting us, and you were with us writing the bands and helping us with everything that we need for those kind of tours. So thank you, and as you hear your name, please stand and be recognized. Joyce and Harvey Hand, please stand, and thank you so much for your support always. Mrs. Melanie Rowina, also thank you so much. Mr. Tubal Wade, thank you so much. Mr. Wilkins, thank you so much. Also, our chaperones during the Andrews University Choral Festival. We had also Mrs. Robina going with us, and Mr. Tuwawe going with us, and we also had Mrs. Joanna Rashid. Thank you so much. Also, Mr. Lance Guest, you were with us. Thank you so much. Whatever you are, thank you. We really appreciate it. I also want to thank to those students who were with us and went to the Andrews University Music Festival. It was a great experience, like Mr. Huff was mentioning. It's always a very, very, very valuable time being there. Mr. Zork was our clinician, and we really had a great experience. So I want to thank all of those students who went with us in Andrews University Choral Festival. Amy won, Saharis Roche, so if you can please stand. Amy, Saharis, Chanel, Sakib Rashid, Kayla Robina, Chastity Washington, Asantia Freeman, Jonathan Lutherod, Simone Wade, Francelle Dubison, Imani Hughes, Emmanuel Hughes, Becca Guess, and Monty Wilkins. So let's give them a hand. Thank you, guys. Also, one of the awards we gave this year, under the category of outstanding choir members, Imani Hughes. So please stand up. Amy Wong, please stand. Candice Luo, thank you. Grace Lawrence. Chanel Edwards. The Director Award of Excellence was presented to Jonathan Lutheret. The National School Choral Award was presented to Saqib Rashid. And like Mr. Huff was mentioning earlier, the all-around musician was presented to Monty Wilkins. I also want to thank our piano accompanist, Mrs. Sharon Brohart. Please stand. Thank you so much. It has been a very unique experience having her as a piano accompanist, and this is for you. We really appreciate your hard work, and we really, truly, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for all of what you have done for us. And of course, I need to thank my workers, Chanel and Zori, so please come forward. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for all of your hard work, helping us always to make sure everything goes smooth. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it. Last but not least, I'm going to actually ask Zori to come forward. She's going to help me reading something. As the seniors come forward, we have something for you.
Oh, thank you. Can Francel Dupisan come up, please? Francel Dupisan has been singing in SVA choirs for 13 years. Francel's favorite song from choir was Take My Life. Francel will be attending Andrews University in the fall, majoring in psychology. Can Josh Hahn please come up? Josh Hahn has been a member of the SVA choirs for 12 years, where he has been singing tenor for 3 years. Okay. Josh Hahn has been a member of the SVA choirs for 12 years, where he has been singing tenor for 3 years. His favorite choir memory was going on tour to Florida, as well as performing at SVA annual Christmas concerts. Josh will be attending Southern Adventist University in the fall, majoring in photography. Can Candice Liu please come up? Candice Liu has been a member of the SVA choir for 2 years. Candice's favorite choir memories include the choir tours, alumni weekend, and every other performance in between. Some of her favorite songs from the past few years include Let the River Run, Time to Say Goodbye, and Oceans and Stars. Candice plans on continuing her studies in music and theater. Can Saqib Rashid please come? Sakib Rashid has been a member of the SVA choirs for 7 years. His favorite SVA choir event was the tour to Florida, as the choir performed at many events and concerts. Sakib's favorite song for the past 3 years was Let the River Run, because it was enjoyable for every choir member to sing. Sakib will be attending Wittenberg University in the fall, majoring in biology and pre-med. Sakib says, "I always love music. It helps me get through my day and gives me a positive outlook in difficult situations." Will Amy Wan please come up? Amy Wan has been in the SVA choir for 2 years. In addition to performing with the SVA choir, Amy performed with the Hubei Province musical group in China. She also performed with the Centerville SDA Church Choir for 1 year. Amy's favorite choir memories include Choir Fest and the 2017 tour to Florida, where the choir sang at the Children's Hospital. Her favorite songs from the last 3 years include Time to Say Goodbye and Africa. Amy will be attending UC Berkeley in the fall. Berkeley. Will Monty Wilkins please come up? Monty Wilkins has been a member of the SVA choir for 3 years. His favorite choir memory includes the tour to Chicago. His favorite songs include Take My Life and Let It Be, because of its poignant and personal lyrics in relation to God. Monty will be attending Walla Walla University in the fall. Lastly, can Shane Cowell please come up? Shane Cowell has been a member of the SVA choir for 4 years. His favorite choir memory was the tour to California. His favorite songs he performed in the choir was Let the River Run. Shane Cowell will be majoring in computer science at UCI.
Thank you, Sori, and again, thank you all for being here, supporting us tonight, and we hope you enjoy of this last half of the program. At this time, I'm going to ask all the choir members to stand and join us on the stage.
As a tradition, we normally at this time dedicate our choir instructor, which is Miss Doria this year. And the seniors, yes, seniors come around and we'll all dedicate it for all the things that Miss Doria have done with us. Yeah, probably. Frank, do you want? Okay. So, do you want to open the gift or? Yes. All right. So this year, how we do it is in choir we'll collect money among choir members, and then we'll organize them, and then we'll basically buy gifts for Miss Doria. And special thanks to Mrs. Han for organizing all the gifts together. And then, yes, this is like a special senior gift of the senior picture. Without me. Without me in it, it's all right. It's without me in it, it's all right. And then the next one. And the second one is it's a $50 Olive Garden card and a $50 Sephora. So that Miss Doria can go and eat dinner and then go and shop at Sephora, which is perfect. All right. Also, we have the flowers for Miss Doria. That's. Aww. All right. Are we done? Do you want to take a? Yeah.
Thank you, guys. We will truly miss you. Thank you again They keep giving me Sephora cards, which I love. I just don't know why. But thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
and the charming songs. But wait a minute, something's wrong.
Hey mambo, mambo Italiano, go, go, go. You mix up Siciliano, all you Calabrese do the mambo like a crazy with a hey mambo. Don't want a tarantella. Hey mambo, no more the mozzarella. Hey mambo, mambo Italiano, try an enchilada with a fish or bacalao. Then a hey Dumba, I love it how you dance rumba. But take some advice, paisano, learn how to mambo. If you're gonna be a square, you might have gonna go nowhere. Hey mambo, mambo Italiano. Hey mambo, mambo Italiano. Go, go, Joe. Shake it like a Giovanna. Hello, kiss a DJ, you get happy in the pizza when you mambo Italiano. Hey mambo, mambo Italiano. Hey mambo, mambo Italiano. Go, go, go. You mix up Siciliano, mambo Italiano, mambo, mambo, mambo Italiano. Hey mambo, don't want a tarantella. Hey mambo, no more than mozzarella. Hey mambo, mambo Italiano. Mama say you stop, oh, I'm gonna tell your papa and your age are true. You don't have to go to school. Just make it with a big bambino. It's like a vino. Get you good at looking, but you don't know well what's cooking to you. Hey mambo, oh, oh, oh. Hey mambo, oh, oh, oh. Go, go, go. You make it so delicious. Everybody get a piece of the mambo Italiano. That's a nice.
Quando sono solo, sono le zanda manca le parole. Sì, lo so che non c'è luce, una stanza quando manca sole. Sì, non c'è sei tu con me. Sulle finestre mostra più di un cuore che ho acceso. Chiudi dentro me la luce che ha incantato per strada. Time to say goodbye. Adesso get on mine. Vedo questo con te. Adesso si vivrò con te.
you all so much for putting in all the work to bless us with that music. I loved it. Every minute of this concert. Let's bow our heads. Dear Lord, man, our hearts are so full of gratitude for the talents that you've given our kids and just the great coaching and teaching they've received from their teachers. And we're just feeling really, really blessed tonight. Thank you for this great year and all the great people sitting in this room, students and parents, teachers, and all the people that care about these kids. And Lord, now as we go, help us to go with songs in our hearts and great memories of these few moments together, just enjoying wonderful music. We ask this in your name. Amen.